Gen Z is earning more, yet feeling poorer. The numbers look good, but something feels wrong. Every month ends faster than expected. Working harder somehow never feels enough, and social media makes it even worse. Success today comes with expensive expectations, but the real problem isn't obvious. Something is quietly draining modern incomes, and most people never notice it. The answer starts with a hidden shift. Today's economy sells lifestyles, not necessities. Spending pressure follows people everywhere. Every scroll quietly changes expectations. Comparison makes normal life feel inadequate. Then easy credit makes everything easier, at least in the beginning. Small payments become invisible monthly leaks. Most leaks seem harmless on their own. Together, they create a shocking reality. And the biggest reason is still hidden. Housing costs exploded faster than many salaries. Basic living now consumes far more income. Even groceries feel strangely expensive today. Prices quietly moved faster than expectations. Many started adulthood carrying heavy debt. Every payment steals future financial freedom. But debt isn't the whole story. The internet changed what feels normal. Comfort now looks like failure online. Expectations grew much faster than income, and the line between them disappeared. Marketing turned upgrades into necessities. Tiny charges became permanent monthly obligations. Money leaves faster when spending feels invisible. Then researchers noticed something unexpected. People weren't just losing money, they were losing mental bandwidth too. Modern life constantly demands more attention, and exhausted people make expensive decisions. But the biggest psychological trap comes next. The biggest expense often feels completely painless. Digital spending removes the pain of paying. Your brain treats cash and cards differently. Comfort quietly becomes a daily purchase. Convenience always asks for a hidden price. Tiny shortcuts slowly become expensive routines. Freedom sometimes creates more financial traps. Every app quietly competes for your wallet. Discounts often trigger spending, not saving. Ownership sometimes becomes an invisible burden. Marketing rewrites what feels necessary. Thousands of ads shape decisions every week. Sometimes your choices aren't entirely yours. Awareness is the first step toward freedom. But money isn't what companies really want. Your attention became the world's most valuable product. Every extra minute increases the chance you'll spend. Algorithms learn your habits faster than friends. Most purchases begin long before checkout. The solution starts inside your own mind. Every purchase is really choosing between two futures. Your brain naturally prefers rewards it gets immediately. The future always feels less important than today. Urgency tricks your brain into expensive choices. Scarcity creates pressure, even when nothing is actually scarce. Too many choices often lead to worse decisions. Exhausted minds rarely make smart financial choices. Most impulse purchases happen when willpower is weakest. Small spending habits quietly become massive yearly costs. The biggest leaks are usually the hardest to notice. Income matters less than consistent financial behavior. Wealth grows quietly before anyone notices it. Looking wealthy and becoming wealthy are completely different games. Protecting attention also protects your wallet. Discipline often begins with removing temptation. Clarity beats motivation almost every single time. Give every dollar a specific purpose before spending. Saying no today creates freedom tomorrow. Tiny habits quietly build extraordinary financial futures. Next comes the mindset that changes everything. Real wealth begins with thinking differently. Wealthy people value assets more than income. Money grows only after leaving your wallet. The future deserves today's best decisions. Every delayed purchase strengthens your future. Small expenses deserve the closest attention. Removing financial friction creates breathing room. Simple habits quietly outperform expensive shortcuts. Knowledge compounds faster than impulse spending. Ownership quietly builds lasting financial freedom. Automation beats motivation almost every time. Consistency creates results that motivation never can. Every smart no funds a bigger yes. Patience often looks boring before becoming powerful. Freedom begins where lifestyle inflation ends. Slow progress usually wins the longest race. Silence often protects better decisions. Small actions quietly create extraordinary outcomes. Your financial future starts with today's smallest decision. But one final truth changes everything.
The final difference isn't income, it's direction. Raises shouldn't automatically raise your lifestyle. Extra income works hardest when invested first. Small advantages become massive through consistency. Time rewards patience more than perfect timing. Ignoring temptation is often invisible progress. Someone else's lifestyle isn't your financial blueprint. Real wealth usually looks slow from the outside. The longest investments often produce the sweetest rewards. Growth begins when old habits finally lose control. Financial freedom starts as a new identity. Tiny habits become bridges to extraordinary futures. Direction always matters more than speed. Design your environment before testing your willpower. Pay your future self before anyone else. Quiet progress often beats exciting shortcuts. An abundance mindset creates stronger long-term opportunities. Success feels different when money stops controlling you. The goal was never looking rich. It was building a life where money creates freedom. Every paycheck quietly asks the same question. Will you consume today or invest tomorrow? Ignoring distractions becomes a hidden financial superpower. Attention is your most valuable financial asset. Small habits eventually become impossible to ignore. Progress is measured by direction, not perfection. Your future self is watching today's decisions. One decision repeated becomes a completely different life. Freedom begins when purchases stop defining success. Real wealth feels quieter than social media suggests. The heaviest burden was never just money. Comparison was quietly stealing your happiness. Purpose makes smarter financial decisions feel easier. Owning less can sometimes give you much more. The best investment is knowledge shared with others. Success is simply disciplined choices repeated long enough. Your financial story is still being written. The perfect time to change is today. Financial freedom grows from ordinary daily decisions. Your salary builds comfort. Your habits build freedom.